What's up, it's Nez and hey friendos, and welcome back for some more Monster Prom Modtool. Today we'll be once again checking out the court of Killian Dúbh. We have yet another adventure with the enigmatic Killian. And once again, for more information on the creators, head over to the mod's homepage down below. But with that said, let's go friendos, Killian is waiting for us. One player, second term, short game. Ah, spooky high school, the sweetest years of our lives. Back then, we were young and unafraid. Sometimes reckless, sometimes brilliant, sometimes just stupid, but always willing to live life to the fullest. We were on a wild journey to discover who we really were. Who are you? Let's play as Green.
Yeah.
And we had yet to experience its ultimate challenge, the Monster Prom. I remember it clearly. 3 weeks were left, and as we fantasize about our dream prom dates, we were all scrambling to catch the attention of one of our 8 most charismatic classmates. Scott Howell, 21. A werewolf athlete who compensated for his rather small brain with a stupidly huge heart. Miranda Vanderbilt, 19. A sweet mermaid princess who is as cute as she was genocidal. Paulie Geist, 22 question mark. A party goes with insatiable hunger for all the wrong things. Damon LeVay, 21. A fearless demon with a taste for destruction and a love of fire. Liam the Line Court, 4XX. A hipster vampire whose standoffish demeanor hid the fact that he was a big nerd. Zoe, forever. An eldritch cutie who went from endless dating to Dark Realms to ultimate fangirl. Calculester Hewlett-Packard 1.0. A library computer had become a sentient robot ready to experience life to its fullest. And Vero Berlin 23. A mean self-made Gorgon with a merciless sense of business. It was clear, it had to be one of them, but who? We only had 3 weeks to choose our prom date, and even more daunting, we only had 3 weeks to woo them and conquer their heart. But as I already said, we were young and unafraid, and we were ready to start. Welcome to Monster Prom, stupidest pop quiz ever! All minds are rotten, but they are rotten in so many different ways. Worry no more, we're using our PhD in bullshit to diagnose which kind of deviant sicko you are. Monster Prom, stupidest pop quiz ever, TM will throw a bunch of absurd questions at you and turn your answers into your character's stats. This way, each of you will start by having stats that better reflect your true selves. Let's start! What would be the coolest prize you could find in a box of cereal? A tiny piece of sharp metal, so every scoop will be full of thrill and danger. You get the chance to produce a movie. It's based on the most influential Russian novelists of the XIX century have gone nuts. They don't even remember anything about last night and they can't find their manuscripts and they have to deliver it today. The world will end tomorrow, what will you do today? Netflix and chill, baby. And if you were a product, what would be your slogan? Buy me, I'm good. Time to return to Spooky High to say hi to Killian. Week 1, morning. Where do we go to shopkeep? Hello, shopkeep. We are here to take this, a suspiciously legal looking document. What, nya? No, I'm absolutely not trying to offload this. Don't read it and ignore how cheap it is, just buy it, nya. Okay. It's only $1 monster dollar, which means by subversion of expectations, it must be pretty good.
No refunds.
Right. Week 1, noon. And there's our new friendo Killian. What's up, Killian? Now that you've actually decided where to sit today, you realize that the whole table looks kind of intense. You ponder picking a different table for a minute, but the game won't allow that, so you go and sit down. You positively must tell me more about this exclusive vintage you brought me, Killian. Oh, but of course, Princess Vanderbilt, it would be my absolute delight. What I have for you is a fruit and berry wine from my homeland, aged 6 years. It is fresh and crisp, perfectly paired with the suffering of serfs and royal banquets. It's also most exclusive, as I was able to only rescue 1 bottle before my exile, and I thought only of you. Now if you'd like to discuss price... Oh, Killian, you with the negotiations and the crime syndicate shenanigans. I must have it. I'll give you all I have. After all, some suitors and heroes did just come offering me tribute to my beauty, so this seems like a fair trade for a vintage this exclusive. Miranda, this is simply wine that Killian purchased at Montmartre before drawing various face symbols onto the label. It is, as is so many things at the school, devoid of substance and only superficially unique. Like I said, intense. Seems like it's all about to bubble over and you have a chance to make or break this deal. Convince Liam that this is something unique and Miranda's sure to love you for confirming her worldview, while proving Liam is right is the easiest way to his unbeating heart. What should we do? But Liam, if those doodles are one of a kind, doesn't that make this wine utterly unique? Or, Liam's right, Miranda, this is a very common wine. In fact, look, it even says for commoners on the bottle. Oh no, we can't have Miranda drinking that.
Say it isn't true!
I would, but I am physically incapable of lying, so I'm electing to say nothing on the matter. Silence is admission in another form, and admittedly a more authentic form. You just ruined the perfectly good scam, Liam. Don't!
Guards, apprehend him! He tried to sell me commoner's wine!
Oh shit, Killian's in for it now. And that's my cue.
To think that scoundrel tried to serve me common wine. My wine serf might have drank that. I would have been a laughingstock. Liam Nez, thank you for saving me.
You can tell that Liam doesn't really care about saving Miranda, but you can feel the radiant glow of his ego at being proven right and upstaging Killian. It also seems like it's cuddling into you. How nice! Liam, now is not the time for cuddles. Now is the time to figure out what this legal document means. Where should we go? Let's go to class. That day you listen to your elders and learn valuable lessons. Sometimes after all the monster nonsense and dating gimmicks, you forget attending class is supposed to be the primary activity at this high school. You gain 2 smarts. You push all of that to the back of your mind for a moment, as you reflect on the suspiciously legal-looking document that you purchased. Maybe you should read that. You take it out and proceed to glance at the text, already regretting your decision. It's full of painfully legal jargon and you can feel your fun draining away. I mean, come on, look at this. Right of arbitration, refusal of expediting ex gratia claims. The bearer of this contract is bound to the service of Killian Dúbh until completion of the contract. Wait, what? Man, lawyers are crazy. Wait, what was that last part? Ah, you truly buy anything from Valerie, don't you, Nez? Ah, shit, we're in a legally binding contract with Killian. Actually, wait, that's not so bad.
Hey, don't ruin my good thing, Killian.
You really should learn that Valerie's as cunning as, well, a cat. You should read documents before you buy them, you moron. Hold up. Simply holding the contract means you need to work for Killian? That seems like complete utter bullcrap. And yet that's the contract. All fully legal and contractually binding. And I'm never quite so thrilled as when I'm binding someone. Hey, that's kinky. Besides, I only need you for a few weeks. Do the work before you and you'll be home in no time. And if you don't, fail to fulfill the contract and you'll be bound to the court for the rest of your unlife. Caveat emptor, Nez. Bound to the court? Wait, weren't we already bound to the court last episode? Killian, don't you remember we're a gold member of your court? We won't have to worry about all of that, will we? You're a man with plenty of smarts. You'll do fine, and lucky for you, I have a job for you. I'm going to be hosting a Monster Prom. It's deeply important to me. You're going to assist me in making it happen, and ensure it goes off without a hitch. Wait, on prom? That's deeply unfair! You plan to smooch a cutie patootie rocking that booty or cry into your drink in the corner, please delete as appropriate. But seems like you're stuck doing this though, crap! And your first job is simple. I've found a decent little spot to go hold the phase. Go make sure it's unoccupied. I've even got someone else to help you.
Hey, noob.
Hey noob! Good job in getting caught up in that contract, I didn't think you'd be that dumb! Wait, Damien's here! Well, maybe you can salvage something from this, even if it's just insult stings. That said, if he's here, did he fall for the contract too? Fuck no! I've got this thing going with a monster who performs at the court, so I sometimes help them out when I'm bored. Really? Damon's got a thing with a monster that isn't you? You wanted Damon to have a thing with a monster that is you! Tick, tick, the clock is ticking, Nez. Damon knows the address. Go make sure the place is empty and my people will be along to store supplies and guard it. Well crap, guess you better go and do this. It certainly beats studying for Spookoglyphics 101. Damon begins to lead you towards your objective and you follow behind, the sad single man. Your trek takes you out of the school and into the depths of Monsteropolis. Damon, though, is pretty quiet along the way, probably as bored as you are, so it's oddly intense. What exactly is Killian trying to do anyway? He called it a phase, but what is that? Should you be worried? Are you the bad guy right now? Is this another Halloween nightmare waiting to happen? Wait, my bad, you don't remember those. Forget I said anything. Wait, what do you mean about that?
Yo!
We're here, at the abandoned Roland Manor. Roland Manor? This place is kind of infamous. An old rundown manor house atop a hill with rumors of murders, cult activity, and at least 2 missing pet rocks. It's a fucking A-lister of haunted houses. This quote-unquote phase of Killian's is feeling even more ominous. Apparently a couple of humans somehow got in. Thinking about buying the place and renovating it makes me sick. They'd probably do some abstract energy bullshit of the interiors. Wow, Damon's oddly passionate about interior design. Still, no time for that. You need to get rid of these two, for Killian and Damon seem to let you do the thinking, apparently. So, what do we do? I'm willing to bet that they haven't got planning permission for this, or... We're monsters, Damon. We do what monsters do. Actually, no. They haven't got permission for this. They must need a permit to check out this haunted house. Those crazy bastards! The city council is nothing to mess with! Damon LeVay, everybody, will literally fistfight the cosmos, but somehow be concerned by local government. How can we use that to help us, though? Simple, you explain. If they want to buy and renovate the place, they need to get a planning permission. Right. The planning permission they don't have. Okay. So they can't go forward with a plan to move in. Aha! So all you need to do is submit a complaint to City Hall and it'll get locked up in a legal battle for months. Plenty of time for Killian to do his thing. You've lost me. Okay, fine. You simply tell Damon that you'll handle it. Oh, that's what I like to hear. Let's go grab some food while you write that letter. And you suddenly get the feeling that he knew exactly what he planned, he just didn't feel like doing it. Fuck you, Damon! That said, 2 hours and some tacos later, you send a sternly worded email to City Hall. Almost immediately, you get a reply from the mayor himself. Wow, this is fiction! Dear Nez, thank you for bringing up this abhorrent situation to my attention. We here at City Hall cannot tolerate the notion that individuals may have failed to procure proper planning permission. As such, I have ordered an immediate arrest of these degenerates for their crimes. They will rot in a cell until the sun burns out as a warning to those who fail to uphold proper bureaucratic procedure. I also have ordered a monetary reward to be made for you and your selfless action in reporting this. I hope you'll consider voting for me in the upcoming mayoral elections. Yours truly, Mayor Anarchy, formerly Major of the Monster Army. Major Key's a real Puritan, huh? Tell me about it. You'll think you'll go against her when election season comes, but hey, she kept the matter clear for you. It's yet to be seen though if that's a good thing, given you have no idea what Killian's planning, but one step at a time, baby steps, crawling steps, whatever comes next. And you gain 3 money as a reward for the false imprisonment without trial of 2 helpless humans. Rad! You could buy like 3 contracts with that. We could buy 7. But we don't need 7, because it's week 2, morning. Where do we hang out? Let's go to the auditorium. That day while rehearsing for the class plays as though the muses themselves give you a sloppy blowjob. Your performance is intense and inspiring. It will be remembered for generations, which is pretty rad by high school play standards. You gain 2 creativity. And you catch Paulie floating up on the catwalk, muttering to herself. She perks up when she sees you.
Hi. Oh man, perfect! I need some advice. Scott was so nervous about signing up for the talent show, so I promised I'd sign up too. But I don't know what to do. Sex having and drug doing are banned on stage after my act last year, and I can't think of any other talents. I don't want to back out, but I also don't want to do something lame just cause, you know. So what would you do if you were me? Besides look through walls at naked people because duh. What shall we do for Paulie? Well, since you can't die, maybe you could do an awesome suicide medley or, hello? Twerking? Twerk, Paulie, twerk! Oh wow, yeah! Twerking is so much part of my life, I forgot it was even a talent. My morning routine is just like, wake up, twerk, make breakfast, drop it on the floor because I'm still twerking. If twerking was a sport, I'd be a quarterback. Except I've got more than a quarterback, if you know what I mean. And you assume she's referring to her ass. You're inclined to agree. You gain 2 charm and 1 fun for flirting with Paulie. Week 2, morning. Who should we hang out with? Let's sit with Killian. And as you make your way over to the chosen table, it dawns on you that it's looking a bit more cramped than usual. And not just because of Scott's huge himbo biceps. You quickly realize that Zoe and Scott are both joined by Killian. Zoe seems to be fiercely questioning him and taking notes, while Scott... I'm just happy to be here! Oh look, it's Nez! Hey Nez! So, the Fae live in courts which are based around the seasons. There's a little bit more to it than just that, but yes, it's the easiest way to explain it. You let Killian finish before boldly interrupting, what's going on? Zoe was kind enough to grab me a lunch tray while I was busy. We'll call it business. Since everything has a price, I agreed to 10 minutes of questioning for her latest fanfic. Then what about Scott? Oh, you try telling him no. You can't! I still have a minute left, but I can't think of anything else to ask. Scott's idea was just to find out about Killian's friends, which doesn't help. Any ideas, Nez? Ideas? Sure, you've got a few. No one said they were any good, but Zoe didn't ask for that. Hit him with your best. Huh.
Any dark secrets suitable for a big plot twist, or tell us about your friends. We want to hear about your friends, Killian.
That doesn't even help my story!
Yeah, but tell us about your bros, bro. Something of a touchy subject for someone so far from home, but fine. Let me think. Well, I suppose I could tell you about Even. She was, well, you would refer to her as a shapeshifter or doppelganger.
Wait, the way you say that makes it sound like she'd call herself something different.
Oh yeah? Tell us what she'd call herself, bro. It's important that we call her the right thing. It's part of her identity.
Aw, Scott, you big softy.
A fair point, well made. In that case, you would refer to her as a fetch. Fetch? Wait, no! But it's too late to stop Scott, who barrels away from the table in anticipation of whatever is about to be tossed in his direction. You can't bring yourself to break his heart, so you just pick up your lunch tray and throw it like a frisbee towards Scott. Go, Scott, go! Excusing yourself all the while. Well, you're precisely 0 help to Zoe, but you got an even better 10-minute bargain that Killian did. 10 minutes of playing fetch with Scott. That's like Werewolf second base. Score!
Aw, Scott.
Okay.
Where should we hang out? Let's just skip this event.
What's up?
Bye, shopkeep. And now week 3 morning. Let's go to the library. That day you spend some time in the library species, sending malicious spam emails in the hopes of stealing other people's money. It doesn't sound very nice, but really who's the one to blame if they respond to such a blatant scam? You lose 10 karma, which isn't a stat in the game, but who cares? And you gain 2 money. You barely have time to reflect on that before you feel your phone buzz. You know, for supposedly being popular enough to court your 8 most charismatic classmates, no one ever really texts or calls you. Best not to think about that too much, Pepe Hands. It's Killian. Meet me by the school gates. I have a job for you. You really wish you could get out of this contract. You tried to make someone else take possession of it, but seemingly everyone else has grown wise. Why are we the only dumbass in this school? Oh well, better get it over with. If you're quick, maybe you can still catch Dancing with the Zombie Stars. There you are. I was starting to think you wanted to forfeit your contract. Good work on securing our venue, by the way. One step closer to a successful sew-in and your freedom. But we're moving on to the next step. Speaking of which... What is it, Killian? Oh crap, the Slayer! Wait, she's greeting Killian. Hello, Aravi. A simple escort quest, if you will, and I promise the usual payment. Escort quest? Aravi! The fuck is going on? I can see you're confused. You're going into the Emerald Forest outside of town. I need you to fetch as many of the fruit that grow there as you can, and as well as some branches. The fruit is an item of immortality and rebirth. It's vital for the phase. The branches too, though for your sake, I only recommend taking those that have fallen from the tree. Aravi will keep you safe. Wait, why is the Slayer working for Killian? He's a monster! I don't work for him, he's a quest giver. This gear isn't free. Plus, I put in good words to those who need to hear them on Aravi's behalf. Shut up! Relax, she likes you too. It's not like Nez is going to swoop in and steal her. Let's say that's not how the story goes. Okie dokie.
Unbelievable.
Let's go, Nez, right now! Before you can even begin to process the information that's been fired between these two, Aravi grabs you from the wrist and drags you away from the cackling Fae. Man, for a dex build, she's pretty strong, or maybe you just made Constitution your dump sack.
Prepare to die.
If you repeat anything that Killian said to Zoe, I mean anyone, I will kill you. You assure Slayer, Aravi, that you don't really know what the hell the two of them were talking about. You just want to get this over with so you can watch some really bad reality TV.
The adventure.
Okay, well, good. Let the adventure begin! Well, you can't fault her enthusiasm as the two of you set off. The Emerald Forest isn't quite as far as the manor was, as you can access it through the forest around Spooky High. The ground is unforgiving and it's easy to get lost. However, Aravi seems completely at ease doing this. I wish Killian had a more exciting quest than this. I'll never level up at this rate. Rude, you think to yourself, given she sort of implied helping you was below her power level. Why did everyone seem to have it out for you lately? Well, we're here. We better start collecting. The grove you had found within the Emerald Forest was almost beautiful. Light danced around lazily, the air was sweet and the birds would sing. Something was going to go wrong. Still, he had a job to do, so he started grabbing the fruit lying around. Wait, these are just crab apples. That can't be right. Thief! A voice rasped, sounding at once like the splintering of a bark and the whisper of the wind through leaves. So you know, fucking weird.
All monsters must
Dryad, score! These are probably worth a ton. Uh-oh. These are way above my level.
What's the point of a tank who isn't the right level for the zone? Also, Aravi's clearly a rogue. Why is she the tank? What the fuck, Killian? Return the fruits! The Dryad demands, encroaching even closer. I hope you did a score advancement into intelligence because you need to think of a way out of this mess. Oh shit, what do we do? You want your apples back? Have them! Or just start talking and work it out from there. That usually works, right? Yes? No, that never works. Here, have your apples back. You have had it up to here with everything going down over this stupid contract. Also, I appreciate I have no visual means to highlight where here is, but please picture a particularly tall building and you're Gucci. You're magically conscripted, you have to secure a house, you're apparently collecting a bunch of fucking apples, and now this Dryad is yelling at you. So you do the reasonable thing, you grab the thickest crab apple you can and chuck it at the Dryad at full force. Who the fuck taught you the meaning of the word reasonable? That isn't reasonable. The Dryad recoils in a mixture of shock and pain. What the fuck? It's working, Nez. Throw more apples. You, being a sick and malicious monster who is highly stressed out, do not need to be told twice. You chuck another apple at the Dryad, a third and a fourth. Your arms become windmills of death, barraging this poor innocent guardian of the forest with immortal juice and pulp. Your volleys could sunder mountains. Your bombardment could level an empire. Your blows could kill God. That's not the first time people have told me that, Giggity. And mostly, however, it upsets the Dryad, who runs off crying in pain and humiliation. Oh, holy shit! We just wanted to be left alone. I'd feel bad about that, but I just got a whole bunch of XP thanks to you. I'll need to add you to my party next time. I need some ranged DPS, Applemancer Nez. We are an Applemancer? What kind of class is that? And it seems like everyone wins, whatever. Killian gets his apples, well those he didn't pulp anyway. Aravi got a bunch of XP and you got a bunch of cheap therapy and an invite to a next raid. Everyone but that poor Dryad, of course, but you can't smash her, so you couldn't care less, could you? But maybe you could send her a fruit basket, just in case she shows up in a DLC or something. I don't want to reward you for this, but mechanics somewhat demand it, so take 3 boldness and get lost. And don't forget to text Killian to tell him where he can find his apples and branches. Seriously though, why apples and apple tree branches? Why? Killian, why? Whatever, week 3, noon.
Sure.
Who do we hang out with? Fuck it, let's just skip lunch. Hi shopkeep, bye shopkeep. And time for the final event.
Sure.
Where do we go? Let us go outside. That day during recess, you start a half-hour rave that goes full crazy. You have no idea how to escalate so much, but at one point there were like 300 people. Someone summons demons and it was crazy. You gained 2 fun. Hey, this is no time for narration, Nez. Oh, well, I guess I'll just see myself out. Oh, where are my manners? It's good to see you, my friend. Good job with that fruit of immortality. But we have pressing, time-sensitive business at hand. Of course you do. Another step on the road to this phase, or what did he call it? Samhain? Whatever, the weird scheme Killian's aiming to pull off. It's been gnawing at you more and more lately. You really don't know what you're helping him with, and that makes you kind of nervous. What if this kills everyone? What if it makes Killian the king of crime? What if you help outlaw boning and force everyone to wear full-length pants and loose-fitting turtlenecks? The horror! Still, not like you can just ask him. There's probably some clause in the contract about that. And in hindsight, you should have read it. Maybe you can ask. And if you're done staring into space, Nez, I did say this was time-sensitive. As an organization, the court has made great progress in planning Samhain. I certainly can't forget your role, however, we're short one crucial ingredient. For this to work, we need water from the land of gods and heroes, bound by glass and cork. Weird flex, but okay. I came into contact with the smuggler and at great personal cost, negotiated for him to deliver us enough. I left the details of the pickup to my best woman. But Paulie was due back hours ago and she's not answering her phone. I don't know where she is. Paulie, you were supposed to be Killian's right-hand woman. Find her, Nez. Find the water. Bring it to the court. This is the last thing I'll ask of you. And he's gone. Kind of a dick to end the conversation, but he's the boss, you suppose. Finding Paulie should be easy enough. She updates her Snapchat story religiously. Let's see. Drunk at a party 20 hours ago, high at a different party 16 hours ago, topless at a different party 2 hours ago, and aha! She's at the docks. Hold up, was Paulie topless? Wait, no, never mind. You need to get rid of that contract. From what you can gather, Paulie's bored and frustrated at the docks. You suppose it makes sense that smuggled water might end up at the dock, so you book a chariot surf using Scepter and make your way there.
Hey Boo, it's good to see you. This place has been so dead. Wait, did Killian send you? I've been trying to get his stuff, but it's been locked down by customs. I tried to flash the guy, but he didn't bite. And since he's a cop, I can't give him any of my drugs.
Paulie has clearly tried nothing and is all out of ideas, so I guess it falls to you. You've come this far, don't screw it up. When in doubt, throw money at the problem, or... This is sounding like a scene from your favorite movie, assignment pretty unlikely. I don't know what movie that is, but it sounds fun.
Starring Tom Stride?
The very same.
I knew you had great taste, Boo.
She wouldn't say that if she knew half of the other crap you watched, but enjoy the compliment while it lasts. It's time to get to work. With cat-like agility and the reflexes of another cat, you prowl up towards a warehouse fence, a potent obstacle for many but not for you. From your myriad of pockets, even though your outfit design doesn't necessarily have those, you procure a pair of bolt cutters, snip an entry through the fence and slip inside. You've come this far, you can't fail now. Putting your well-practiced stalking skills to the test, which, come on, really, don't do that. You creep towards the warehouse. Conveniently, Killian's cargo seems to be the only thing stored here, so no need for any more elaborate casing or planning. Instead, you begin to scale the building towards a skylight that a secure warehouse would obviously have. It's time for the climax, where Tom Stride's character lowers himself from the ceiling by a wire to grab the cargo, a single leather briefcase conveniently on a pedestal bathed in spotlight. That said, you don't have a wire, you sold it to another student for a pack of gum. Time to improvise. I know what you're thinking, but you shouldn't. Oh my god, you opened the skylight and just jumped down. Somehow it works! You avoid the wire mesh of lasers, the keen noses of the guard dogs, and the watchful gaze of the cameras. You land with Olympic skill and poise, right beside your prize. With one hand, you reach towards the case, and with the other, you prepare the counterweight. Deftly, you switch them, as you steal the briefcase and replace it with Leonard's shell. Don't pretend you feel sorry for him. You've done it! Time to escape! You're just going to run, aren't you? You are. Of course! With a mad dash sprint that somehow works against all logic, you make your way outside to the very impressed-looking Paulie.
I'm gonna need you to show me more of that cat-like agility and reflexes of a different cat, Boo. That was so hot. Gimme the whiskey.
Wait, whiskey? You thought this was the water of God or something? You kinda weren't paying attention.
That's just what Killian calls it. It's top-shelf imported booze, my darling. He's gonna be really happy to have it. Thanks for all your help. Couldn't have done it without you.
And with that, she vanishes into the ghost zone with a prize. All that for whiskey? What the actual hell is Killian planning? And whatever it is, you're not sure you want it to go ahead. But then again, you might be too late to stop it. Take 2 boldness and 1 fun in exchange for your antics. I get the feeling that you're going to need it. What are we going to need it for? What is Samhain? Killian, what is going on?
Sure.
Buzz buzz, another text. You can only assume it's Killian since he's pulling all the strings in the past few days. Come to the core. You've been his errand boy this long, might as well go see what he wants now. Ah, Nez, it's good to see you. Pull up a chair. In his hand, he's holding up one of the balls of water he sent you to procure, and he pours 2 measures. He slides one to you and takes the other in his hand. I wanted to quickly toast your hard work before the phase. It wouldn't have happened without you. It means a lot to me too. Aw, he's blushing! This would probably seem more sincere if he didn't try to bind you in a magical contract, but the sheepishness is endearing all the same. The job's done. As an aside, no more contracts, so feel free to do whatever. However, I hope you'll join us at the manor tonight. You'll want to see your hard work. If the contract really is destroyed, now's the time to ask, what have you really been helping him do? It all sounded so ritually and nefarious. You think I've been doing a ritual? Phase means festival, Nez. Samhain is a harvest festival for my homeland. It's important to us, Phase. I haven't really had much of an opportunity to celebrate since, well, I left. I thought you'd all join me. It's a party, Nez. We're throwing I heard Paulie call it a rager. Everyone's invited. If it was just a fucking party, then why did he have to bind you in a contract? Practical joke. Practical motherfucking... Okay, fine. Whatever. What? I needed someone to help me, and the contract was just to randomly pick who. There was a clause to break the indentured servitude penalty at the bottom. You really need to read these things, old friend. Now go and get a costume and mask. I need to get ready. I hope I see you tonight. And despite the tactics he used to obtain your assistance, Killian was true to his word. The contract was torn up before your very eyes, and he even showed you the clause to escape servitude. Apparently, you just had to say pineapple. You make your way to the party at sundown, and suddenly the stress of the past 3 weeks drift away. A great bonfire burns of oak and apple tree branches. People cast their notebooks, their exams, the letters to their exes, whatever weighed them down onto the fire. The water of the land of gods and heroes flowed like well water. Everyone was merry and content. Though it could have rivaled prom itself in numbers, it somehow felt more intimate. That was likely the result of the very drunken Fae host, dressed only in hot pants, thigh highs, high heels, and an open blazer. Bet you wish I could have gotten that commissioned, huh? You know I can fix that. And as the night wore on, you found yourself in a comfortable couch, with your most eligible classmates at your side and more. The alcohol had turned to a pleasant buzz, and it was simply enough to share the company. It wasn't how you hoped to spend the 3 weeks, it wasn't how you intended to spend prom, and yet your first Samhain is something you could not ever forget. As you entered into the so-called dark half of the year, you had a chance to cast off the stresses and worries of the world. You got to be a high school student drunk, proud, and surrounded by good company. It was a rare treat.
Hey, that was great! Surprise harvest festivals are the best harvest festivals.
And those 3 weeks were maybe the most epic and absurd weeks of our lives. After the Monster Prom, we kept on living our lives, falling in love, battling for friendship, and learning who we were and who we could be. And you know what? Like it always does, life happened, and it was wonderful. Liam honed his most admirable skill and got a job with it. He now designs Instagram filters. Scott became a world-renowned athlete, but he ended his career to come back to his hometown and take on the job of the athlete he admired the most. Now he's back at high school again, working as a coach. Drew to DMC in a Mart of fan art she drew as though he was taken in by Jim Davis, renowned creator of Garfield, as his protege. Nowadays, Garfield still hates Mondays and loves lasagna, but you can bet he's also into a lot of weird stuff too. And for those 3 weeks, Monster Prom seemed larger than life, and then it was gone just like that. The battle for Monster Prom might have ended then, but there were plenty of battles left in that war called youth. But once again, we were young and unafraid, and we were ready to start.
Try to loosen up your mind, get ready for a fiendish blast. But feelings to vanish, the fun is to flourish.
And that was the second secret ending to the Court of Killian Dúbh. As always, for more information on the creators, check out their mod homepage down below. If you friendos enjoyed the Court of Killian Dúbh, leave your comments down below and like and subscribe so we can grow our channel together. Also hit that notification bell to always stay up to date with our videos. But until the next episode of Monster Prom, my name is Nez and thanks for watching. See you all next time. Bye friendos!